everybody, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day today. So today I thought that I would come out in the morning and just kind of film my video out here while the horses and cows are eating their hay. So last night we set out a new fresh bale of hay for them, so they are quite excited to have something fresh out. And so some of them have already eaten some hay and things like that, so they're off walking around the different parts of the property. But right now we have Penny back here. She's the white and black cow, and we have Belle, who is the white and kind of tan horse right there. And so they will be eating here while we're chit-chatting. So today I wanted to talk about decisions. So I've made a video before on decision making, and I've linked that down below. That's kind of like the introductory video of how decisions are made after a non-dual awakening. So actually this is one of the main questions that I get. I would say the number one question that I get from viewers and people that have curiosities about non-duality and how that feels. And so the main question that I receive is, how are decisions made? And there's a bit of a fear behind it, thinking that maybe possibly that they wouldn't be able to make decisions after they have a shift if that were to happen for them. And so I'm going to kind of go into that a little bit and kind of share with you the changes that I've seen with decision making in my own life after a non-dual awakening and prior to that, to kind of give that contrast. Okay, so prior to my non-dual awakening, this is the main thing that I've noticed, is that prior to that, there is a bit of confusion in thinking. And it seems to happen in a way that's a loop, or I would call it not just a loop, but also kind of like a ping pong of ideas that come back and forth. So basically there's this kind of, here we go, it's an internal struggle. So the person has this internal struggle constantly going on prior to any kind of awakening or any kind of inner work, because this can also change with just getting some help with dealing with some of these parts of yourself. But anyhow, prior to this kind of shift in self, there is this kind of fight between one side and the other. Have y'all ever watched those old cartoons where there's like the devil sitting on one shoulder and then there's the angel sitting on the other one? The angels or the devil's kind of like whispering something into the person's ear, and then this one's doing this, and then, you know, whatever, the cartoon ends up making a choice of which one they go with and what they decide. But it's like one's talking here and the other one's talking here. Well, the same sort of thing seems to occur prior to an awakening, right? In the kind of life where you're working on autopilot and you're not really conscious to life. It seems to be like there's always something telling you this decision is better, and then there's another one telling you this decision is better. So let me just give you an example of my own life. So for example, I carried different little internal struggles quite a while, and I can tell you some of those. One of them was being a working mother. So I always had this kind of angel, or whatever you would call it, sitting here saying, you know, you belong at home, you should stay home, you know, you want to spend time with your daughter, you want to be able to do things with her, you want to do, you know, go take her to the park, you want to be part of the school, you want to volunteer, do all these things. So all of these like reasons why it would be better to stay home for my daughter, and just all the other reasons that come along with that. So I would have that little angel here, and then there'd be this kind of like devilish character here that would say, no, you know, you're better off going to work, you know, someone else can take care of her better. She will learn more at preschool, she will learn more at daycare, she will socialize, she's going to learn more without you. Don't worry, you can go to work and do what you need to do, and anyway you'll be making money so that you can take care of her. So it's going to be good. Actually, it's way better for you to go to work. You don't need to be home. She doesn't need you like that. She needs you to make money. That's what she needs. So there's that devil talking here. And of course, there's always this internal struggle. And I went to work. I was a working mother. And I didn't stay home, but I did what I could so that I could be home when I needed to be. But anyhow, while I was at work and while I was doing things, or while I was missing a field trip, or missing, you know, performance, or, you know, missing this or that, I had this internal struggle just kind of just in my head of, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. There's all these should have and could have, and you could have done this and you could have done that. So this internal kind of dialogue, it almost seems between like two people in there. And so that is what, you know, life was like prior to the non-dual awakening as far as decisions. Decisions would be made, but then there would be this internal struggle that would never end. Same sort of thing would happen like let's say marriage, you know, and in marriage, I can remember times where I would think, you know, things aren't working out. It would be better if I just started new, left and did this and that. And then there'd be the other, you know, side of it. No, it's better to really work on things, and in that you grow deeper and it's better, and, you know, you're creating a home, and it's something that requires time, energy, and growth. So there'd be both sides, and they would kind of like fight with each other, and they'd pick, you know, evidence out about different things that would happen in the day. So like the one that wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do other than staying in the marriage, like whatever other things, would pick out anything that would happen in the day. So like if my husband would do something, you know, irritating or whatnot, then that one would say, hey, you see that? And so the other one would come up and, no, well, it's okay. So there was this internal struggle constantly happening, a ping pong of thoughts. And there was just no peace in that. Do you see how there was this kind of discord and not a real kind of peace in it? Same thing happened for my career. So there's different places that I've worked over time, and there was some places that resonated more with me than others. And so there was this internal struggle of, oh, am I really living my passion? And the same sort of thing would happen. One would pop up and would say, no, you're not living your passion. Really, you want to be doing this. And, you know, you have these ideas and you've been doing all of these things, but you don't have the time to do this because you're so caught up in this job and this work that you've committed to that you don't necessarily like, but now you feel committed to. So there's this ping pong of issues that come up, and really they're just thoughts playing off of each other, just causing this really big separation within the person that doesn't allow unity, doesn't allow peace, doesn't allow the unconditional love that I'm talking about. So in order to experience the unconditional love that will begin to transform all of those areas of your life, all of these areas within you that are at discord, that are not, you know, in harmony with each other, they need to come together. They need to relax and understand each other and come together, unify and relax. And one way of doing that is just acceptance of both sides. And so with the non-dual awakening, that happens just automatically. So when you have this non-dual awakening, literally everything is accepted and it's seen for what it is. Even the worst of the worst are not the worst of the worst anymore. It's not that. Everything is love, and it becomes to transform to this unconditional love where you can see it that way and you can love all parts. And when that happens, these two sides relax. They just go into you, and you're able to live authentically with your heart. They're no longer speaking to you any narratives, anything about those two situations. They're not at odds with each other. They're in unity. So that is what I'm trying to get to with y'all, is to talking about decision making, getting all parts of you into unity and acceptance so that you can experience unconditional love, that and then will begin to transform your decisions to where your decisions are very authentic. So there's no fighting. You're 100% invested in every single decision that you make. So the sun is getting real shiny here. I'm thinking about kind of switching the camera, although I see it's kind of going behind the tree now. I only have a few more minutes to share with y'all, so I'll just leave it here. And so basically, this is something that's just trying to kind of alchemize all areas of you so that they're in unity with each other and acceptance with each other. Your thoughts, all parts of you are aligned and in harmony. And in turn, the only thing that's left is unconditional love, because that is what you are. All these other pieces of you, all, you know, this devil, this angel, those aren't you. Those are not you. Your thoughts aren't you. None of these things are truly you. They're just occurrences and appearances that happen. But when you know who you truly are and you're living authentically, all of these pieces can't survive. They just can't make it. They can try to pop up and say their things, but in the end, you have this underlying foundation of unconditional love that surpasses any understanding, like we've heard, and it does produce the unconditional and unsurpassing peace that's talked about. It really does. So this is all about coming together in a place where we're accepting every part of ourselves. And to do so, you can either do that by seeking, you know, if you have parts of you that are very much at odds with each other, you can do one thing. You can just go seek help. You know, you can seek, you know, counseling, therapy, life coaching, whatever, any kind of experience like that. And I do offer those services. I offer all of those services, but you can seek that out, and that in itself will begin to unite and kind of harmonize all of these parts of you into something very beautiful, which is the unconditional love that is lying there dormant in you. That is your superpower, but it has to be unleashed. It's not just going to just take over everything unless you've had like a spontaneous awakening of some kind, or even maybe an awakening you've been working towards. But yes, an awakening can do that if you're awakened to unconditional love. But if you're not awakened to unconditional love, if you're just awakened to emptiness or you know, the illusion or something like that, that's one part, but you are not experiencing the unconditional love, which is the transformative factor that begins to transform your life. The only thing that can transform your life is unconditional love. Otherwise, you know, life goes on as it has, you know, and that's just all that happens. But otherwise, with the unconditional love, it's magic. Anything can be transformed with love, and you can even test this for yourself. Find something in your life that you see is not really working out for you, and begin to give it love. Begin to treat it as if it is you know, maybe your child or something that you really truly love. Begin to treat it that way and begin to see it transform. You know, it will no longer be this thing that's like a thorn in your side. As soon as you start giving it love, it transforms, okay? And you can try this in your own life. But even better, if you are interested in this and transforming literally every area of your life, you can take my unconditional course, and it's still available. I have 2 spots still available. This is a smaller course, this is a smaller group of students per course, because it's a very intensive course. It's a course that's gonna literally transform all areas of your life. So it's a 6-month course, and the course in itself will go through each pillar of life, I call it, each area of life, to transform it with love into whatever it is that you desire for that area of life. And then from that, with the foundational tool, you can use that and apply it into any area of life and any situation that will come up, because in life many situations will come up and they can be completely unpredictable. So you need to be aware of how to use love in the form of transforming it into something beautiful, which you're just transforming it into unconditional love. So everything is unconditional love. There's Lulu. She's a very old cow. She may not be with us very longer, so say hi to her. We love her very much. So anyhow, I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and so I will go ahead and talk to y'all about it here. And I'm thankful for y'all coming along this video and sharing your thoughts about decisions. And I'm sorry it's a little bit sunny here. I'm having a little bit trouble looking at the camera. But I think I may turn the camera around and film y'all another video, maybe in a different spot. But this is just a little short update to decision making. Thank you so much for watching.